Hello my dear friends, welcome to my channel Teacher at Home. Today class we are going to learn the 11th chapter, that is the transportation in animals and plants. You have learned earlier that all organisms need water, food and oxygen for survival. They need to transport all these various parts to their body. Further, animals need to transport waste to parts from where they can be removed. Have you wondered how this is achieved? Look at this. Did you see the heart and the blood vessels? They function the transport substances and together form the circulatory system. This chapter you shall learn about transport of substances in circulatory in animals and plants. Circulatory system. What is the circulatory system? Mainly deals with the blood. What happens when you cut on the body? Blood flows out. But what is blood? Blood is the fluid that flows in blood vessels. It transports substances like digested food from the small intestine to the other parts of the body. It carries oxygen from the lungs to the cells of the body. It also transports waste for removal from the body. So what are the functions of the blood? Means blood, it is a fluid which flows through the blood vessels, and main duty is that it transports oxygen from the lungs and cells to the body, to the cells of the body. It also transports waste from the removal from the body. How does the blood carry various substances? Blood is composed of a fluid that is being referred to as what? Plasma. Plasma, which different types of cells are suspended. Here we can see the heart, vein, the blue color vein, then the red color, that is the artery. One type of cell is the red blood cell referred to as RBC, which contain hemoglobin and is called red pigment called hemoglobin. So one type of cells in the RBC is the red pigment hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds with oxygen and transport all parts of the body and ultimately to all the cells. It will be difficult to provide oxygen efficiently to the cells of the body without hemoglobin. The presence of hemoglobin makes blood appear red. The blood also has white blood cells. Which fight against germs and may enter the body. Bojo fell down while playing a game and his knee got injured. Blood was coming out from the cut. After some time, he noticed that the bleeding had stopped and a dark red cloth had plugged the cut. Bojo was puzzled about this. The cloth is formed. It is formed because of the presence of another type of cells in the blood that is called as platelets. Since the blood, so the property of the white blood cell, it is to fight against the germs that enter the body, and the clot formed because of the presence of cells, it is the platelet. Blood vessel. There are different type of blood vessels in the body. You may know during inhalation a fresh supply of oxygen fills the lungs. Oxygen has to be transported to the rest of the body. Also, the blood picks up the waste material including carbon dioxide from the cells. The blood also has to go back to the heart to the transport of the lungs for removal of carbon dioxide, as you can see learned. So two types of blood vessels, they are the arteries and the veins present in the body. Arteries carry oxygen rich blood from the heart to all parts of the body. So, two type of blood vessels are seen. They are arteries and veins that is being present in the body. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to all parts. So, arteries carry blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Since the blood flow is rapid and at a high pressure, the arteries have thick elastic walls. Thick walls due to the flow of blood is rapid and at high pressure. Place the middle and index finger on your right hand on the inner side of your left wrist. Throbbing movements we can see. That is the pulse and is due to the blood flowing through the arteries. See this is the position, pulse in the wrist. Due to blood flowing in the arteries. Count the number of pulse beat in 1 minute. Then the number of beats per minute, it is been referred to as what? Pulse rate. A resting person usually has a pulse rate between 72 and 80 beats per minute. Find other places in your body where you can feel the pulse. Record your own pulse beats per minute and those of your classmates. Veins are the vessels which carry carbon dioxide from all parts of the body to the heart. So the main function of the veins is to carry the carbon dioxide rich blood from all parts of the body to the heart. The veins have thin walls, arteries have thick walls, which allow blood to flow only towards the heart. Then next, here we can see the lungs, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, heart, vein and artery. Blood donation. Hundreds of people died due to unavailability of blood. Voluntary blood donation is harmless and painless and can save precious lives. Blood can be donated at hospitals and other places authorized by the government. Donated blood are stored with special care in blood banks. On reaching the tissues, they divide further into extremely thin tubes that is referred to as the capillaries, join to form veins which empty into the heart. So capillaries join to form the veins which empty into the heart. The capillaries, they are extremely reaching the tissues, further divide into extremely thin tubes that is known as the capillaries. These capillaries join to form the veins in the heart. Heart is an organ which beats continuously to act as a pump for the transport of blood, which carries other substances with it. Imagine a pump working for years without stopping. Absolutely impossible. Yet our heart works like a pump with a non-stop. The day when we born, from that day onwards the heart started pumping till now, isn't it? Absolutely impossible, yet our heart works like a pump. The heart is located in the chest cavity with its lower tip slightly tilted towards the left. Hold your finger inwards on your palm. That makes you fist. Your heart is roughly the size of a fist. To add this, that is, if the blood rich in oxygen and blood rich in carbon dioxide mix each other, what will happen? To avoid this, the heart had been divided into four chambers. The two upper chambers, they are known as the atria. Singular, it is atrium, and the two lower chambers are named ventricles or ventria. The partition between the chambers helps to avoid mixing up of the blood rich in oxygen and the blood rich in carbon dioxide. You have to watch and read the diagram. That is what all portions are given in the diagram. You have to read it carefully. With the blood rich in carbon dioxide. To understand the functioning of the circulatory system, start from the right side of the heart and follow the arrows. These arrows show the direction of blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart, from where it is pumped to the rest of the body. Heartbeat. The walls of the chambers of the heart are made up of muscles. These muscles contract and relax rhythmically. This rhythmic contraction, it is followed by its relaxation, constitute what? Heartbeat. These walls of the chambers of the heart, it is made up of muscles, and this muscle contract and relax rhythmically. This rhythmic contraction, it is followed by the relaxation, constitute of the heartbeat. Remember that heartbeat continue every moment of our life. If you place your hand on the right side of your chest, you can feel your heartbeat. The doctor feels your heartbeats with the help of an instrument that is called as the stethoscope. Doctor uses the stethoscope as a device to amplify the sound of the heart. It consists of a chest piece that carries a sensitive diaphragm, two earpieces and a tube joining the parts. Doctor can get clue about the condition of your heart by listening through the stethoscope. That is, it can be made. How? Take a small funnel of 6 to 7 centimeter in diameter, fix a rubber tube tightly on the stem of the funnel. Then we have to stretch a rubber sheet on the mouth of the funnel and fix it tightly with a rubber band. Put the open end on the tube on of the ears. Then we have to place the mouth of the funnel on your chest near the heart. Now try to listen carefully. Do you hear a regular thumping sound? The sound is that of the heartbeat. Count again after running 4 to 5 minutes. Compare your observation. Record your own pulse rate and heartbeat, that of your friends also, while resting, while running, and that is various heartbeats we have to record. That is running, then running, resting, everything. Each heartbeat generates one pulse in the arteries, and the pulse rate per minute indicates the rate of the heartbeat. The rhythmic beating of the various chambers of the heart maintain the circulation of the blood and transport of the substances to different parts of the body. Boom wonders if sponges and hydra also have blood. Animals such as sponges and hydra do not possess any circulatory system. The water in which the living brings food and oxygen as it enters the bodies. As it enters the bodies, the water carries away waste materials and carbon dioxide as it moves out. Thus, these animals do not need a circulatory fluid like the blood. Let us now learn about the removal of the waste other than the carbon dioxide. Excretion in animals. Recall how carbon dioxide it is removed as waste from the body through the lungs during exhalation. Also recall that undigested food it is removed during digestion. Let us now find out how the other waste materials are removed from the body. You may wonder where these unwanted materials come from. Whenever cells perform these functions, their functions, certain waste products are released. These are toxic and hence they need to be removed from the body. This process of removal of waste produced in the cells of the living organism, it is called as excretion. Removing of the waste materials from the body, it is being referred to as excretion, and the parts involved in it is the excretory system. Excretory system in humans. The waste which is present in the blood has to be removed from the body. How is done? A mechanism to filter the blood it is required. For that we have blood capillaries that is being present in the kidneys. When the blood reaches the two kidneys, it contains both useful and harmful substances. The useful substances are absorbed back to the blood, and harmful one it is being urinated. Dissolved in water are removed through urine. From the kidneys, the urine goes to where? Urinary bladder. And through contain what? Water and salts. Through tube-like ureters. So it is through the tube-like ureter. It is the part. Two kidneys are present and a ureter, that is a tube connecting the kidney. Then it is going to the urinary bladder, excreted out through the urethra. It is stored in the bladder and it is passed out through the urinary opening at the end of the muscular tube. Urethra. The kidney, ureters, bladder and urethra form the excretory system. An adult human being normally passes about 1 to 1.8 liter of urine in 24 hours. Urine consisted of 95% water, 2.5% urea and 2.5% other waste products. We have all experienced that we sweat on a hot summer day. The sweat contains water and salts. Bojo has seen that sometimes in the summer water patches are formed on the clothes. Especially in areas like underarms, the marks are left by salts. It is due to the presence of this salt that is present in the sweat. Does sweat serve any other function? We know that the water kept in an earthen pot is cooler. This is because the water evaporates from the pores of the pot while causing cooling. The way in which the waste materials are removed from the body of the animal depends on the availability of water. Aquatic animals like fishes excrete cell waste as ammonia, which directly dissolves in water. Some land animals like bird, lizards, snakes excrete a semi-solid white-colored compound that is known as the uric acid. Major excretory product in human is urea. A person's kidney may stop working due to the infection, that is kidney failure. Waste products start accumulating in the blood. Such person cannot survive unless their blood is filtered continuously. For this, the process dialysis is being done. We sweat, it helps to keep the body cool. Transport of substance in plants. Plants also showing these properties. The plants take water and mineral nutrient from the soil through the roots and transport to the leaves. The leaves prepare food for the plant using photosynthesis, using water and carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. The food is the source of energy and every cell of an organism get energy, that is after the breaking down of glucose. The cells uses this energy to carry out vital activities of life. Food must be made available to every cell of an organism. Transport of water and minerals. Plants absorb water and minerals by their roots. The root, it is having root hair. The root hair, it increases the surface area of the root for the absorption of water and mineral nutrients that is dissolved in water. The root hair is in contact with water present between the soil particles. Bojo is right. Plants have pipe-like vessels to transport water and nutrient from the soil. The vessels are made up of special cells forming the vascular tissue. A tissue, it is a group of cells that perform specialized function in an organism. The vascular tissue for the transport of water and nutrient in the plant, it is called what? Xylem. The xylem, it forms a continuous network of channels that connect roots to the leaves through the stem and branches and thus transport water to the entire plant. You know that leaves synthesize food. Food has to be transported to all parts of the plant. This is done by vascular tissue called the phylum. Xylem and phloem transporter, that is vascular tissue that is being present in the plant. Food, it is transported to the all plants to the vascular tissue, that is phloem. And water and nutrition with the help of xylem. A tissue means a group of cells which perform the specialized function. For water to fill 1/3 of the tumbler, add a few drops of red ink to the water, cut the base of the stem in the herb and place it in the glass as shown. Does any part of the herb appear red? Activity, we can see that the water moves up the stem. In other words, stem conducts water. Just like the red ink, minerals dissolved in water also move up the stem along with water. Water and minerals go to the leaves and other plant parts through the narrow tubes inside the stem. Transpiration. It is a lot of water. It is been released by the process is known as plants release a lot of water through transpiration. Plants absorb minerals, nutrients and water from the soil. Not all the water it is absorbed by and utilized by the plant. Some of it is excreted out by the process of transpiration. Evaporation of water from the leaves, suction pull, which may pull water to get heights to the tall trees. Also, the main aim of transpiration, it is to cool the plants. Okay, here it is given some important points that we have studied in this chapter, and certain keywords are also given. So that's all about this chapter. If you are interested, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.